Hey, what's up? I'm Jerry O'Connell, the voice of Superman. Get ready for DC All Access.
Hey everyone, I'm Whitney Moore.
And I am Tiffany Smith. It's day 3 of SDCC, and there is a tsunami of DC news heading your way.
This morning's presentation from Warner Brothers Theatrical shook the walls of Hall H, and the debut of the epic Aquaman trailer took the crowd's breath away.
My brother has come from the surface to challenge me for the throne.
I call it an ass whooping.
Not to be outdone, Shazam gave fans an extra jolt of energy with a trailer premiere of his own. You have bullet immunity!
I'm bulletproof.
You're dead.
Sorry about your window, but you're welcome for not getting robbed. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm a superhero.
You can check out the full trailers for both movies on the DC YouTube channel.
On the publishing side, DC hosted an exclusive event yesterday where Tom King unveiled his plans for Heroes in Crisis. Guests were gifted robes, masks, and custom pins as keepsakes, as well as the promise of a one-of-a-kind comic book event starting in September.
We're not trying out Wolfman Wolfman. We're not trying out Morrison Morrison. We're gonna respond to those books by taking stakes that big and making an internal struggle. And the idea that Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman would work to help those people and would create a place for them to have help seems the most obvious idea I've ever come up with. So that's Sanctuary. Sanctuary was built by Batman off Kryptonian technology with Wonder Woman's compassion. You go into Sanctuary anonymous. You wear a mask. That's what the masks are. That's what the mask is. The way they work is they give you the therapy you need. In this safe place, in this place that Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman have dedicated their lives to keeping safe, 12 heroes are killed. And Wonder Woman says, what does this mean? Well, what does this mean? They look at this sort of, these dead bodies, this horror, and Batman says something which still haunts me, and it haunts my writing, and Batman says, what happens, what always happens, you know, our attempt at redemption has turned into another quest for vengeance. Something's been broken deep inside the DC universe. The one place, the one thing that should be safe, the one thing that's most sacred. This means more than a world exploding. This means more than a universe dying. This is the effort of everything they've done torn apart. And so that's what this is about. Can they get us out of this moment? And it's my comic, so, you know, 50-50 chance.
Young Justice Outsiders premieres on the DC Universe subscription service next year. And we've got the cast and crew here to talk about season 3.
So in season 3, these writers have, you know, stayed true to their history of introducing as many characters as possible in a season, and there's some familiar ones, obscure ones. They're all juicy characters.
This season, we're bringing on board a character named Brion Markov, who a lot of comic fans will know as Geoforce from the comics. He's voiced by Troy Baker, and you know, he's a different kind of character. A lot of our heroes in past seasons, they really knew that they wanted to be heroes, but Brion, he's a character that kind of has responsibility and superpowers thrust upon him.
You will see more of Darkseid this season. You will see more of Vandal Savage this season.
Whenever you have a show that's dead, it's killed, it's done, and the fans won't accept that and they bring it back to life, all that you want to do is just give them something that is worthy of that action. And so far, everyone seems to be really digging on it.
If you liked the first 2 seasons, you are going to love season 3. If you loved the first 2 seasons, you are going to be over the moon with season 3.
The only way to see Young Justice Outsiders is on DC Universe. So remember to pre-order your membership on DCUniverse.com.
Meanwhile, the world premiere of The Death of Superman was last night, and we caught up with the stars and filmmakers to talk about creating a new version of the classic storyline.
It comes down to the city of Metropolis is seeing their champion being humbled right in front of their very eyes. What happens to people when you see that?
I'm excited for the fans to see how much the filmmakers honored the material. It's a really good movie. The action sequences are amazing. The emotion is there.
You know, there's a lot of drama, there's some comedy, but there's also some epic fight scenes. You know, Doomsday Superman is about as big as fights get.
Stay tuned for the sequel based on the reign of the Superman storyline early next year.
House of Whispers is one of the pillars of the upcoming Sandman Universe, and we tracked down the creative team to crack the door on the mysterious new series.
House of Whispers is a new house that Neil Gaiman has created in the dreaming for this reboot. The person who runs it is Elzuli, and she is the West African diasporic goddess of love and beauty. And she has an entourage of people of many genders and mostly queer who have the equivalent of their own house of hers in the waking world.
I mean, it's been a lot of fun, just like, you know, getting to know the characters, getting to design the House of Whispers, and getting to even meet some cameos. Like, you know, we reference a lot of characters from the old Sandman series, and I love drawing action, and I love pushing expressions. So you're going to see a lot of that in the series for sure.
Get your first tour of the House of Whispers in the Sandman Universe #1 on August 8th.
And finally, DC just announced that the 5th annual Batman Day is set for September 15th, so mark your calendars for the yearly celebration of all things Bruce Wayne.
That's all for this episode, but don't forget to enter for your chance to win DC's gigantic Comic-Con sweepstakes at instantsuperfan.com. Did you want to, you just gonna keep that mask on, or? All right, well, we'll be back tomorrow with more updates from the convention, so stay tuned for more DC All Access. See you tomorrow. All right.